Hi everyone. Sorry I don't have any special maneuver or something like that to start videos with, but I guess that sooner or later I'll come up with one. So, I noticed that there are quite some videos uploaded about the Monster Hunter Free Ultimate demo already, so I decided not to upload several separate videos about it, but to make a brief guide of the new returning weapons for all of you who have jumped to the series from Monster Hunter Free, Monster Hunter Tri. I am one of those peoples as well, and but I've played Monster Hunter Portable 3rd and Monster Hunter Freedom 2 after Tri, so I'm pretty familiar with these weapons already. For those of you who didn't know, Monster Hunter Free Ultimate has 4 weapons that Tri didn't. All of those weapons were in the series already, in the earlier versions, but for some reason they were dropped out from Tri. Some speculations say it was about the water combat and such things, but I think it's just that they rushed the game as they usually do, and they were lazy bums. This video might get quite long, but bear with me. I'll hand out some shortcuts for every weapon in the video description and in notifications on video. In case you're wondering, my equipment here this is recorded with the Hopodge HD PVR2 Gaming Edition at the standard 29.97 frames per second at 14 megabytes per second. Unfortunately, the PVR itself, or the software to capture this, the Arcshaft Showbiz that came with the PVR, don't support any kind of microphone input for me to make a live commentary on fly. So my voice has been added subsequently on Sony Vegas. So, first up we have the dual swords. Dual swords, often shortened to duals, are known for their furious and aggressive nature. Dual swords are a high-speed weapon class designed for continuous attacking with extraordinarily long combos at hand. They usually possess quite little raw damage stats, which doesn't matter at all. Forget the raw damage with this class. Dual swords are all into element and status attacks. The constant lightning fast combos ensure some devastating elemental damage. So great that the damage output is actually being nerfed on duels. Dual swords is the only weapon class that can have 2 simultaneous elements attached to them. They can also pack 1 element and 1 status at the same time. By pressing the R button while wielding the duals, you enter this mode that allows you even faster and longer combos, and pumps your attack. This acts up similar to Longsword Spirit combo, where the finishing move grants you a new level of attack power. Thus, the boost duels give only last while you are in this hack and slash mode. The mode was previously called Demonizing mode, but now it seems the official name has been changed to Demon mode. The Demon mode depletes your stamina very quickly, so it is advised to have some dash juice or mega dash juice with you. Alternatively, you might want to have this new skill called Meat Laver in your duel's armor set, since that'll turn your cooked meats into dash juice. Or while in multiplayer, you can have a hunting horn user with infinite stamina song. The demon mode can be ended manually by pressing the R button or by sheathing your weapon. It also ends when your stamina runs out or when being hit. In the HUD, there's a new bar beneath your sharpness indicator. This bar fills up every time you hit something while in demon mode. When the bar gets filled, you get to keep your demon mode combos and speed even while not in the mode. This also grants you the demon mode's dash movement. The underwater combat with duels is as aggressive and mobile as on land, in my opinion. The combos are fast and easy, and the dash packs some extra mobility to the basic underwater movements. You'll be fine if you just keep your demon cage filled. I even prefer this class to most of the tries when it comes to underwater combat. Next up is the Hunting Horn. Hunting Horn is similar to Hammer in many ways. It deals impact damage and is therefore able to KO the monster. It has a decent mobility while moving, but the actual attacks are awfully slow. However, unlike the Hammer, Hunting Horn is mostly a support weapon, though it packs some kick in it as a solo weapon since portable third. Every Hunting Horn has a set combination of 3 notes in it. These notes can be combined to create melodies used to buff the Hunting Horn user and the party. There are various buffs available, such as infinite stamina, mud and snow negate, heat negate, attack and defense up, and earplugs. Every time you attack with the Hunting Horn, you play a note. You can see the played notes in the extra indicator on the HUD. When the played melody is set, you are able to play the melody by pressing the R button. The first time you play it will grant you the wanted buff, and if the R button is pressed while performing a melody, another tune is played. This will either boost the effect of the first performance, or it will make the first effect to last longer. Hunting Horn isn't the easiest weapon to use for the beginner, as it requires some orientation before it can be used effectively. There are various combinations of notes among different Hunting Horns, so you need to learn a new set of melodies every time you switch your Hunting Horn. The melodies can always be checked in the equipment section of the menu, but it is slow as heck and rips the effectiveness of the weapon. Not only that, but the Hunting Horn doesn't have the most straightforward combos available. Depending on the last attack yours and the direction chose with the analog stick, you might end up in the opposite direction you insisted. Therefore, you want to use your time to get the hang of how Hunting Horn moves and how different combos move you around. Hunting Horns benefit from a skill specially designed for them. The skill is called Flute Expert, and it will grant 1 minute bonus for each effect achieved by the Hunting Horn. Next one is the Gunlance. Though being an advanced weapon, Gunlance is pretty straightforward in many ways. It has a wide variety of melee attacks, which can be followed by almost any other attack. The attacks are easy to perform and are pretty powerful. It has a clear goal to use Wyvern Fire as often as possible, and it can detonate bombs at ease. The hard part of gun lancing is the effective use of the shellings, the gun part of the gun lance. There are 3 different types of shellings: normal, spread and long. Shellings also have a level. Shelling type affects to shellings and Wyvern Fire's damage output, and it decides how many shellings your gun lance has. Normal has 5, long has 3 and spread has 2. Though having less shellings, long and spread type shellings deal more damage. Most of the time, shellings aren't the real damage dealer of the gun lance. This leaves the shellings a primary use in extending melee combos, and being an option in moments where nothing else can be done. Shellings need to be shot at a close distance, and they eat up lots of weapon sharpness. This is something you want to be aware of. Shellings can be shot one at a time by pressing A at any time mid-combo. When shot after the combo finishing slam, you perform a so-called shotgun burst, which shots all the remaining shellings at once. The main feature of the gun lance is the Wyvern Fire. While blocking, press X plus A to perform the Wyvern Fire. Wyvern Fire is the most devastating attack of the gun lance, and therefore is advised to use whenever it's possible. Wyvern Fire grants a big explosion after a short loading. It deals a nice amount of fixed damage like barrel bombs, no matter where you hit it with. Gunlance benefits a lot from the Gunnery skill. You definitely want to go for Gunnery King as it boosts both Gunlance ceilings and Wyvern Fire's power. The skill gain with 10 points is called Gunnery Master, but the boost achieved with it is minimal. I'll upload a whole Gunlance run so that you guys can see how the Gunlance should more or less be used. Bow is the one from the four I'm the least familiar with, that being because I've never been a gunner. Bow is one of the most strategic weapons in Monster Hunter since it requires good knowledge of the monster faced. You need to know what kind of bow you want to have and what element it needs to be. You need to know the weak points of the monster to utilize the bow effectively. You also need to keep an eye on the distance between you and the targeted monster because that will also affect your damage output. Bow has three types of basic attacks. The first one is the standard arrow shot, done by pressing and holding X. When holding X, the arrow's power increases gradually, each level indicated by a flash. This will boost both raw and elemental damage. There are 3 levels of charging and the 4th one can be achieved with a load up skill. You can aim your shot by holding the R button. This will put you in the aim mode, in which you can freely affect the arrow's route with the D-pad. The second attack is the arrow rain or arrow bomb, which is done by pressing the A button after 2 charge levels. The type of attack will depend on the bow you're using. Arrow rain shoots up a bunch of arrows, which will rain down as a shower on the area shown by the red circle while in the aim mode. Arrow bomb shoots up one huge shot which will explode during the landing. Both arrow rain and arrow bomb deal KO damage. The third attack you can do with a bow is a melee attack, where by pressing the A button you can swing your arrow at hand 2 times. That attack is it's actually quite powerful, but it's not that useful against any bigger monster. Unlike bow guns, bows have unlimited ammo. No matter how many shots you shoot, you won't be running out of your arrows. Yet that doesn't mean bow needs little preparations. One important part of using a bow are the coatings. Coatings are add-on items that grant your arrows special features. Most of them are different types of status coatings, which will inflict the monster a special ailment, like paralysis or sleep. The primary coating is the power coating, which will grant your arrows 50% more damage output. Another important thing you want to maintain is the ideal distance to the monster. Depending on the type of arrows you have, you want to be at the distance of 2 to 4 backhops from the monster. This because if your arrows starts to descend before hitting the monster, it will deal significantly less damage. Bow is a very mobile weapon with the ability to move while charging. You might still want to increase the mobility even more by equipping Marathon Runner or Evade Distance Up. Focus grants you more rapid charge shots. Then about the demo itself. I'm surprisingly pleased with it, even though it's just the same old demo we saw very first at the Tokyo Game Show. No Braki, no multiplier. How does this advertise the game as a social come-together game it is? I really thought we would get online multiplayer on Wii U demo, but we sure didn't. Even still, it is lots of fun and the graphics are beautiful on both 3DS and Wii U. It's more beginner friendly with permanent map, auto tracker and code cancel. What I don't get, however, is that why the 3DS demo doesn't support the Circle Pad Pro. I know it wasn't released when this demo was released in Tokyo Game Show back in the day, but that doesn't explain anything. They could have added that, since there wasn't any Wii U demo at the time either, and they had They had the Pro controller and the Classic Controller Pro on the Wii U demo. So why didn't they include Circuitpad Pro in the 3DS demo? That's something that bugs me. Other than that, I take this demo as a well, I'm not saying anything. I guess it might be a success, but if people get the wrong picture about the series from this demo, then it might be as well a grand failure for Capcom. I hope it's a success, but time shows. Anyway, thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed. Prepare to see more Monster Hunter 3 Ultimate videos from me, as well as other Wii U videos. I might get a PS3 or PS4 if that comes out at a reasonable price. But smell you later, Gramps.